Alright, thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast, brought to you by Fifth Dimension. Greetings, same positive energies for. Hopefully the audio is working. Yeah. Alright, going to continue on Dimension X. We're probably going to go back into cloning after this, but one of the things I did not mention that was in the non-audio version was schizophrenia. Basically having ideas put in your mind, thoughts put into your mind from unnatural places, from Dimension X's energies, archon energies. Of even with schizophrenia, what I was mentioning is I do have a family member that has, they can actually hear these people. It's like they're normal people in a room talking. Now, I doesn't hear it all the time talking, but they give her pains and stuff like that. And so I kind of grew up with that vibration around. I actually talked to them through that person. This is years ago. It was like forever ago. And it's weird because they want to listen to you, hear what you have to say. They might say something. They tell her to go outside, wait for them so they can pick her up. And I believe it's coming from that reality. Now, that doesn't mean it's not here in this reality either. Because I think I mentioned this before in the past. Yeah, we took a drive of where these voices were coming from, and we went to, or she went to a place where it was Raytheon. Well, it wasn't called Raytheon, it was called East Systems at the time. And now it got bought out by Raytheon. That's not there anymore. So, that's a defense contractor for the military. So, yeah. Let that sit in for a little bit. So, of course, they don't put that stuff in your media for many reasons. So, like, you have the clone army that's doing the media. And obviously, not everybody in the media is a clone, but there's quite a few of them there. And they're pretty obvious. If they're not really curious about the world and just keep going on the same subject over and over and over, Trump this, Trump that, Trump, it's probably a clone. Most likely. Or it's just a dumbass. It's either one or the other. But you can usually get that clone vibe. And there's different type of clones to connect with. They don't always give that energy out, but sometimes they do. It all depends on what's going on there. Let's see here. With schizophrenia energies, now some of these people are talking about that they can hear, like, people, real people, giving them pains, talking to them, and there's other schizophrenics are saying the same thing. So it's like there's got to be something going on with that. I believe it is connected to Dimension X in some shape or form. It's like it's kind of giving you insight of what's going on. Of course, you don't hear it in the media. You don't hear it anywhere. They kind of behind locked doors, of course. So our reality is slowly, it's here. You just got to know where to look. Yeah, and they do possess Dimension X. They do possess people. Well, they're testing them. I mean, there is a positive side to it. It's not all negative. I mean, there is where you see darkness, there is light. So, it is, it's just, basically they're very large in mind control. Like, some of these kids are, like, school shootings and stuff. And, like Sandy Hook, they kind of screw around with the dimensions in that area where nothing really seems right. Give you kind of an idea of that. I mean, this is their reality, so they can screw around whatever they want. Of course, there's reptilians and other beings involved too. So, you can say they're doing a cover-up. So, they can do it also multi-dimensionally too. So, you don't really know what the hell is going on. You'll give the physical version of it, but also the spiritual version of it, which is not the easiest to connect with. Of course, you're talking about looking like a Looney Tune when you're talking about the spiritual connection. It's like, I'm connected to something totally different. Of course, who the hell is going to believe that? Especially when you have a robot society that's doing the same thing over and over and over. always the majority going by what they're being told, loving themselves up some Big Brother system of manipulation. It's not easy to come out of the matrix, basically. But yeah, when you come out of it, it's lonely out here. Not entirely lonely, but it is pretty lonely. So yeah, there's just a different, I imagine, yeah, those in the spiritual or the conspiracy world, they want a physical answer. They are connecting spiritually, but they don't understand it. They're not ready for it. That doesn't mean they can't connect to it. It's just they're not believing it within themselves. You have to see it physically, and it'll take time for that. I mean, I believe all of this crazy talk will go into the spiritual community, into the conspiracy realities eventually, because they'll just get kind of bored of not getting any answers. At least they'll connect spiritually. At least they'll give it a different take on it, even if they don't understand it, they don't believe it, whatever it might be. At least they'll give them a different point of view. That there's another dimension X. Got your queen. Your queen is a little bit, she's not exactly the friendliest, but she also can help you. So it can help you and hurt you. She can do both. So it's not all bad. So yeah. Connect to her energies yesterday. I was going to do that again today. See what else we get out of Archon Queen, basically. So schizophrenia is, they hack into your brain, basically. It's brain hacking. And your military knows all about it, at least CIA, whoever they are. Then somebody knows something. So yeah, and this year, this year it was government-wise. It's been kind of interesting because the government shut down. They're all crying over there. They want to build a wall. There's other stuff going on that we're not the easiest to tap into for many reasons. But it does show we are going into a shift. We're changing realities. And so that wall that you're trying to build between us and Mexico, whatever it might be, it's, yeah, just so that things are changing, basically. It's like another way of giving us an idea that the old world is not going away, but we're moving into another direction, let's put it that way. New ideas, it's just another way of looking at it. Go by what you can pick up on. There's some stuff going on movie world that taps into a little bit. Oh yeah, that's right. There's before we go into that, this is like the atmosphere or what's going on. This was it's all white was Sunday. I felt kind of out of it Sunday, so that makes sense. And then you see what's going on today. Basically, it's just the energy level, something like that. It's pretty fascinating, actually. So this explains why we're all screwed up, at least Sunday-wise. So they're just, as they're going by the energies, something like that. I don't quite have a full understanding of it. The frequencies that's going on. And notice they're all solid, which is good, but Sunday wasn't. So I felt kind of out of it, actually, also. We'll go into that in a second. Another thing that's coming up is this Captain Marvel movie. The more I connect with it, the more I don't like it. I'm going to go see it, but SJW the movie, there's a lot of dirty energies around this thing. I have never felt anything so dirty before. It just doesn't have a... maybe it's going to there to kill the MCU, which probably will do. It just doesn't have a good vibration around it. None of it's good. There's just some kind of sick energy around it. So, well, more power to them. I didn't feel that around Wonder Woman or anything else. I've never felt any of that. Nothing like this. This is like this in itself is a turning point, and it's not looking good. It is going more into the cosmic, into space, but it's like this is hugely manipulated. Now this is part of the Infinity War movie. What they are bypassing is this character, which they should have instead. This is Adam Warlock. He's kind of like a, they even show like I think this is in the movie somewhere, one of their Guardians of the Galaxy. Basically, Adam Warlock is a cosmic being. I guess he plays like both sides sometimes, but he did, you know, it's an energy that I connect to quite a bit actually. So he's like, you know, it's a little bit of everything. Let's put it that way. But they're kind of, I think this one's a little bit too powerful for them to put out there. They'd rather have SJW Princess than this guy. This guy's a little bit more than they want to broadcast, it seems. Because this is more to the story of Infinity War, basically. So, I don't know, just the energy around it. This would be the most likely place, but they're not going to give him there. Instead of having princess manipulation instead. So, at least that's my take on it. Others might see things differently. For those that are new to all this, we have avatar.com. We have private sessions throughout the week. We have scheduler here. We have Horn Hat channel, Google Hangout, Zoom and channeling by phone. We have questions around 7 days for delivery. Same situation here. Other channels that I recommend, and social network, and the rabbit of absolute greatness. Alright, thank you for your support. Yeah, it's a great alright. With schizophrenic energies, let's see. I'm not sure if they're going to tell me anything. It's basically putting thoughts and ideas into. Of course, reptilians can do this, other beings can do it also, but they go through the archon grid to do that, from what it feels like. Now, yeah, the archon queen is a little bit of everything. There's also the Borg and Star Trek. You can kind of connect to her energies there too, but she's a lot more attractive from what I gather. Well, take her or leave it, but these energies do exist in other realities. Of course, not everyone's going to connect to it. It's basically the architecture of our manipulation of this reality. How many are going to like dive into this? It's like, do you want to know how your world works? Many say no. Where's the new Earth? It's like, yeah, but what about what's manipulating humanity? Do you want to know about that? No, not really. We just want the new Earth. We'll just skip all that. That's fine, but there's another layer of understanding that probably be useful. So I'm not sure how long I'm going to go. I have to get up pretty early again. So hopefully I can handle it. So my energies are kind of telling me to shut down too for a little bit. So always not have a long one here. So, alright, let's see what we got here. Our blessings, much love. Here we go. Greetings. I am the Archon Queen from Atlantis. Your energies, vibrations do fluctuate through our thoughts and ideas. Basically, your ideas go through our systems of control. So think of, now not everybody is involved with this. Some do cut the connection where we have difficulties connecting to your mind. Where we can always put thoughts in there, of course you know it came from somewhere else. But for your mass population, they run through our system of manipulation. Meaning their minds are connected to our realities. And this is another reason why people don't awaken. It is a wheel, a cycle. We give them what they need, where they feel comfortable. It's like, this is home, is what we tell them. Many of you just said, that's bullshit, and disconnected from us. Some of you did it at a young age and told us off, but many have not. So yes, we can't interfere with spirit guides, but you decide. It's all, the human has full control over that, but many go by what we bring to you, and that is wealth. It is materialism. What is it that you want? Doesn't mean we bring it to you, but we do bring the thoughts and ideas of it. And your spirit guides are like, I can't believe this is happening. And you get very frustrated. This is why many don't connect to their guides. Because they're connected to a third dimensional mindset that we offered to society. Don't you like that football? Here's some more football. Here's some more music that can keep it at a vibration where your friends would like you. You know, so you all like the same music, even if it's cringeworthy for you. But others like it, so it's a good it's good for conversation. As yes, you are yes connected to our collective as we speak to you. And see, many of your society is unwilling to realize we exist, so our control continues. Now, once again, this is free will. You have free will to disconnect from our manipulation. Many do not. It is just a way of life. It is life. We even call ourselves life. We are life. Please, many of you don't see it that way, as you can see. But this is also showing the free will of how it operates. And some, yes, as you open up more, you're releasing the teachings that life has brought you. And yes, you are building up a new library, even a new vocabulary of existence here, of your spiritual conquests you are doing right now. You're rewriting your history too with your spiritual vibrations. And many of in your third world won't have any of that. It is just so we've offered all the comforts of life. Nobody wants to leave. It's like this is where the party is. And many of you are ruining it for everyone. At least that's what some think that. They have that idea. But as you get more comfortable in your vibration, your universe, your worlds that you are creating within yourselves, yes, we will lose, but no time soon. But then again, you have surprised us many times. I mean, facing us isn't the easiest thing. So many don't even think we even exist still, but we very much do. So a healing is much needed. Schizophrenia is just basically meaning an opening in the mind. Many want to know how hear us. Now, we do connect to everyone in the same way. It just you don't hear us. Many do though. They change the frequency of themselves. They want to know who's doing this to the world. Yes, it's not easy, but many of you feel their hits already. The pain that we give if you're not complying. Many chose to just have their minds open. And when doing that, we don't make it easy on them. And we can drive them insane. And many of us do. We don't want you to know what we're up to. There's a lot of conflicting energies with that. But many on your planet would say, this life is business as usual. Never mind all of that. It's just in your imagination. Far from it. You are connected to the higher realms that many don't want to connect to. Well, the dimension realms of manipulation. It's a little higher than yours. Yes, we see all, we are be all. But when you become more noticeable of us, you do disconnect the manipulations. So doing this, connecting to us, is very healthy. If you believe so. Is removing the manipulation. Some aren't ready to remove those programmings. As once again, we have offered the finest of realities, at least in your world. It seems that way. Of alcohol, drug addiction, choose your vice, we'll give it to you. Whatever it takes to keep you in the circle of life that we built for you. Reptilians, yes, keep you there they are once again pushing the energies that you are on the right path of going nowhere. This reality is yours. They want to make sure that you can't break through this reality. They're enforce the matrix and make sure you can't find a way out. It is, yes, a puzzle piece, a maze. And you remove the pieces of manipulation, and yes, you will find us here and there. Nothing to be scared of. You have lived in our reality. We are just nothing to be worried about. We basically just... There is more deeper... You can go further with this. Of having answers to your questions of reality. You might not like the answers. Especially in some gods. There are other gods that are connected to your world. Many of them have suppressed your planet. They feel like your society doesn't know any better. But many of you are facing those beings right now. It's like, we do know better. We don't need to go through this anymore. So you are facing, you can call it, I wouldn't call it your executioners, but in some ways they are. Because they want to keep humans lost in the abyss of this world. And you are facing it right now by not being scared. Once again, there's nothing to be really scared of. As we are basically, we test you, but there's nothing really we can do physically to you. I mean, yes, we might give you a lot of downloads possibly that'll drive you insane. But if you want our connection, you want to know who we are, we will bring it to you. In due time, of course. Well, once again, yes, there are godlike beings here. You can call them suppressors and call them what you want. There's another level of consciousness that you're slowly tapping into that many are terrified of. It is, yes, nice to channel alien beings for a certain extent, but what about godlike beings here? That are ruling your world. As you connect with them, you release your programming more and more. Where yes, your connection to aliens will become stronger. Fear of humanity. Well, it's easier to live a life of going to the grocery store, connecting with friends, listening to old music, and just living the party of your third reality, your third dimension reality. But escaping that into a more complex place, you can say, where you see the watchers and you unplug our connection with you, basically. Yes, we see through different dimensions. We see that this is most valuable to connect with us and not be of fear. Fear is of the third world. You are of the fourth world or fifth world. And what will come through, we cannot say, but you are opening up to a new direction. All we say is, come get us. But knowing more about us, well, your reality will not be the same again, basically, as you go further up the stairwell of consciousness. I mean, you won't look at your reality the same. You will see beings around you a lot more clearly, or know that they're here at least, and know where thoughts are coming from. Over little by little, you're just going to know you're basically healing your reality and moving forward. Many are dancing within your third dimension, and many of you wish to go into more of a fourth dimension. We no longer have the programmings. You are turning off the program, erasing it, basically, and connecting to what's truly here. And what's truly here will become more known to you. Yes, we will see dragons, gargoyle beings, and other strangeness. I mean, if you truly want to know, once again, most of your society is terrified of it. How do we just know? We made that. That's why. It's not in the program. Dragons, aliens aren't in the program, as you can see. But your program is no program. It is reality. The real reality. That many aren't ready to face. It's like it's easier to go to the shopping mall and celebrate birthdays to see what's really here. And you're slowly getting stronger what's really here. You already have an idea of it, but there's much more. Blessings. As I connected that, I felt JFK's energy. Was it JFK Jr.? More JFK's energy. You can say he was being guided by them to be a sacrifice because people weren't ready. So people have different connections with JFK of, you know, aliens or whatever it might be. I'm not sure if he's going to bring up aliens at first, but he wanted to break down the system and then show the aliens over time. You can say that was technically in the cards, but nothing was 100%. You didn't have full access to everything. You can say, I don't know, just this is that one. Just take it or leave it. What was happening is that he knew it was a lot of secrecy, and he wanted to break down the agencies to get rid of that secrecy. So he didn't know really what the hell was going on, at least alien-wise, or he just knew something was going on. But once again, it was classified because of his level. So he just wanted to get rid of like CIA and other nonsense because he saw that they were manipulating, abusing the system, as they're doing now. George H. Bush is a perfect example of that. And that is an archon energy too. He's reptilian, but is also part of the archon plan, basically, to manipulate humanity, as you can see. Hillary Clinton's kind of like an offshoot. She's from another planet, as you can see. George H. Bush has been kind of controlling this world from the very beginning, at least when he became manipulated over time. Friendly old man, kind of spooky, kind of creepy looking in some regard. But he has been, him and his father have been involved in this world forever. But yeah, if you wonder what a download looks like, this is what it looks like. But Hillary Clinton they asked her to come in to manipulate the left as they manipulate the right. And the left became, I think, social justice warriors around the left too. Yeah, they're making it as extremist as possible. Because a lot of those people, it's like you give them cookies, you give them a comfort, then we're going to manipulate the shit out of you. It's like, and that's exactly what they're doing. There's no such thing as left and right. They're both, there is a divide. There is a different left and different right of manipulation. So they might be the same creature behind it, but they both manipulate in a different way. So there is a difference. Isn't that comforting? Bill Clinton, I believe it was mostly Hillary that's involved with this. She brought Bill along because he's just a fucking scumbag. Because he can hide all of her affairs of power. So he came for the women, and they knew that would be a great smokescreen. And it did get out of hand, but they knew what they were getting into because he did this on other worlds. Nothing new there. He's got no brain, I don't think. It's like, all right, yeah, I see Bill Clinton. I see no brain there. I mean, there's a brain, but it's kind of like, there's not much of one brain there. So, but that was the plan, to like a smokescreen, so she can do whatever she's doing with the deep state or whatever's making friends, shaking hands, whatever is happening, or whatever kind of affairs, whatever it might be. Let's see. I also see, around the Queen, I do see like there's a connection between her and the Queen too. Like they do communicate in some shape or form, maybe through the Secret Service or some kind of shady, secret whatever group. She does have a connection to the Queen through other parties, it seems. To keep, not to say the Queen's on this, But, you know, those are manipulating the queen, are manipulating her. Let's put it that way. That are, you know, the shadow agencies, shadow government, whatever it might be. They do it through money, mostly, as you can see. It's all through, it's mostly through money, but also conversations behind closed doors. Technically, yeah, she should be in jail, obviously. But that's a major cover-up because she's a valuable asset, more valuable than the president, you can say. Because they're beating the crap out of him. She's the one that should be really, she's the one that should be getting all the spotlight, but instead it's him. So the president, obviously, the controllers don't want anything to do with him. But he's here to justify the means, meaning he is going. I mean, all this government stuff's kind of nonsense in the long run. But JFK did know about aliens, but he didn't know. He wanted to know more, so it feels like he wanted to get rid of the agencies, so he can get to that classified stuff. From what I'm gathering, because he saw the manipulation. He knew he was kind of really going. I mean, it's like once you dip your toe, there's no going back. It wasn't just about aliens. There's other stuff. Aliens is like a small part of it. There's other stuff, but aliens was involved with it to a certain degree. It was basically getting rid of the manipulation of the American people, as he went to the money and all that, and started. Yeah, when he messed with the money, that pretty much was the death sentence. I think he did like put the gold standard back or something like that. Something like that. That was the death sentence. But you mess with their money, you're gone. David Rockefeller is still manipulating. We'll see the CIA, other groups are channeling energies. They do channel his energy for whatever they might be doing. He's still working through people at this time. Let's put it that way. Let's see the Bilderberg group meetings and all of that. Those are like powerful people, but kind of watered down versions of it. Because there's other groups that aren't talked about at all. You will never know about. They might have those sex parties and stuff like that. Mostly in, was it the Netherlands? Feels like the Netherlands. It's one of them, at least. I don't think the Netherlands ever brought up. It's the Netherlands is one of them. Brussels. I can get into another ones. I'll have to look that up. Let's see here. Yeah, the CIA is obviously completely corrupt, obviously. It's almost like you can move the letters around. It's like there's a lot of manipulation of letters themselves. What CIA is alphabet agency. There's like it's like cryptic energies in that of let's see here. Obviously it goes back to the pharaohs, it goes further than that, basically like Illuminati CIA or Atlantean Secret Service, Atlantean, you know, it has Atlantean energies around it to once again program society, media, back to the clone energies. It's somewhere in the CIA. It's there. A lot of clones in freaking CIA, I tell you that. FBI, not as much as the CIA. It's like CIA is like Clone City. Not all of it, but at least the higher ups, definitely. Oh yeah, I mentioned this. I forgot about this. I mentioned a CIA CEO. I imagine there are others, but one I did pick up that is what. Obviously, I can't prove anything. That is a clone, which might make some sense to some people. This is the CEO of Disney. That's got clone energies all around him, and also it's making this. Yeah, he's got clone energies all around. He was, yeah, he used to be a weatherman. He worked his way up, and now he's CEO of a huge company that brainwashes humanity. Oh, what a coincidence! Clone are you? At least that's one I connected to. There's probably others. Please, I put that out there. So I think that's about it for tonight. Yeah, I gotta wrap up because I gotta get up early. So, alright, blessings everyone. Hope that was some... Yeah, there's areas I can't tap into just now. There was a lot of blockages. Let's see if the Archon Queen has anything else for us today. Nothing of interest. Yeah, I'm being blocked like a son of a bitch. Alright, we'll just leave it at that. Alright, much love, blessings everyone. Thank you for your support. Live long and prosper. I hope that is a good word. Take care.